Hello, welcome to Simsmart's online sessions. And here for the mandala art, before we start, I would like to mention some of the material what we are going to use for the first session. So, I want you all to use the grid paper, or if you're not finding any grid paper, you can go ahead and buy the graph sheet. That is very important because we are going to do some symmetrical designs. Initially, I want you all to practice in this and then only move ahead with a plain sheet. Or if you're still not finding any of these, take a scale and a pencil and draw the lines. And the pen, what I want you to use is the fine tip pens. I have showed you multiple number of pens. You can use any of them. Or if you're not finding anything right now and you want to do right away, go ahead, take a pencil and start practicing. No issues. But otherwise, for a mandala art to come properly, a fine tip pen is always very important. So we have lot many options in the market. You can choose whichever you're comfortable with. And please do subscribe, like and share with all your art lover friends if you like this video, because we are going to make a complete tutorial of mandala, and step by step we are going to start with the basic strokes, and I'm going to make you all do a lot many basic strokes even before we start the main mandala projects. Now coming to the strokes, let's see our first stroke. So understand that it should follow the grid lines, and this looks like a reverse U. So there are no particular names for each strokes, but you can just name them however you want to. So I call this reverse U technique. So each one I want you all to do at least 5 times. Make sure each stroke is a little, at least some probably 70% similar to each other. I wouldn't tell you to try 100% because it's a little difficult to get 100% initially, but at least 70 to 80% if you can try also, that's enough. Now this is a long U, reverse U which we have done for the second stroke. So this also, always remember that it should be almost equal height as well as almost equal width. So that is something which you have to do, and I want you all to do at least 5 times initially till you get a hold of it, and be extremely slow while doing. So these 2 points are very important while doing all these strokes. So each one, if you observe, understand if at all you're finding it very difficult, maybe you can just point them, mark some point and do it. Now if you see this reverse stroke, it's more bigger and broader. After every alternate line, I am ending the U. So that is very important while doing it. And here we are doing a little bit of filling. So that will help you to enhance the proper look, complete look. It will enhance completely. Now while filling, make sure again you be extremely slow while filling, and make sure you fill it properly. So these 2 points are very important while filling the gaps. And some very important points you have to understand while doing this is, firstly, follow the grid lines. Please try to put the grid lines if you are really a beginner and you are not really good at drawing or something. Try to use the grid lines. If you are confident on your drawings, you can just draw an upper line and a lower line. That is enough. But how much ever good you are, this is something where we need a little symmetry. So better go for grid lines, and then once you're confident, then go ahead with the regular plain sheet, or you can use a scale and the pencil and draw your lines. However you're comfortable, you can just go ahead. So these are some of the basic strokes which I am doing. Try to follow that and try to do at least some, let's say this you can do just 2 times, or at least 5 times, or maybe it's not compulsion that you have to do so many times. Till you're really good at it, you can just go ahead and do it. Now these are some of the straight strokes which you have to do. See, since I'm recording, I found a little difficult in my stroke. And you're doing, I want you all to arrange yourself properly in a very comfortable position and then only start doing. So that is very important while doing all these strokes, and to get a precise lines or curves. So this is the 5th stroke which we are gonna do. So try to practice them. And when you're giving multiple strokes also, for example in the first triangle I have given 3 strokes inside, so make sure in all of them you give only 3 strokes. So these are some of the points which you have to remember while doing these strokes. Now the 6th stroke is something different which I have done. So always draw a lower line first, so that will be very easy. And here if you see, it's like almost similar to the 3rd stroke. but the only thing is I have given a little more sharper curve, and then again from in between two of them I have done this. So this way you can just build multiple layers and then give some nice small dots in between each, like how I am giving. And this I have just built like 2 layers, but you can do multiple layers, probably like 3 layers or 4 layers or 5 layers, depending on which kind of art you're doing. So this one also you practice pretty much time, because this is a very important step, because this curve what you're getting at the end, now this will help for us in the seventh stroke. So that is why I'm telling you practice a little more. Now in the 7th stroke, if you observe, almost till the first line of the grid, I'm going straight up and then giving the curve. So try to get this stroke also properly. Try to do how many ever times you can do, and then only move on to the next one. Because this is the rest 3 strokes completely depend on this. So next stroke also same way, similar way. If you observe, again going straight up, then curve and sharp, and then straight down. So that is how I am going again. Now similar to the 7th stroke, and then here these horizontal lines, few points to remember while doing these horizontal lines. All the number of horizontal lines in each is similar. The only difference what I am doing is probably a little spacing, but do a little slow and get the spacing also equally. So these are some points to remember to get that symmetry. Even though you do major mistakes also, probably for the other person, he or she cannot identify it easily. So that's the reason why I am just stressing on the point that at least equal number of lines you have to do. And then in the 9th stroke, what we are gonna do is a little filling. Now this smaller one which I am doing is exactly like probably in each grid it's in between. So you can put dots and then give the strokes, that is also okay. So then I'm gonna just fill it up. So this filling is totally entirely depends on stroke to stroke or design to design. So different designs, different shapes, different fillings, it's totally up to you. You can just go creative. There's no hard and fast rule in mandala. So totally you can just be as creative as possible, and these filling methods you can totally do however you want. You can just change your way of doing it. You can add your own creativity in this. So these are some of the strokes which I am just doing, but you can just add how many ever you want. Now observe this stroke what I am doing. For example, here I have given on the right 4 strokes. So on the left also I am gonna give 4 strokes. Similarly, I am going to use the same technique for all of them. So frankly speaking, I have gone here and there a little space difference or something. But at the end, how it looks almost similar. All of them will almost look similar and very attractive also. So these are some points once again I want you all to remember. I am stressing on them so many times so that you will remember these points very well. Now this is the final stroke which you are giving. But let me tell you, I'm gonna make you do many strokes further. For this session only till here I'm gonna make you do. Once you get used to it, please take your time, do it properly, and then only move on to the next session. Till then please do not rush to the second session, because once you get a hold of this session, that is when you can go a little more advanced with the strokes or with the designs. Now try to observe this particular 10th design. In this, after drawing 2 middle lines on the right and on the left, little something like a leaf shape I have just added. And make sure this leaf shape is a little tilted on the upper side. You have seen that the angulation is towards up. So try to do this, probably 2 or 3 times you do. And now the main thing is the filling. Very carefully you have to fill it up like how I am doing. So especially when you are filling this, even before filling, when you're doing the leaf structures, make sure they are not entirely very small. Because see, for example, when I'm filling it, the leaf structures are already they look very small when compared to the ones without filling. So that's the reason you have to be very careful while giving the outline of the leaf structure. Make sure they're a little bigger than how much you expect, so that after filling, you will not make them entirely small. And yeah, one more point while filling also you can remember is that sometimes we end up doing a little small blunders. So those you can just cover it up while filling it up. So like how I felt on the right side they were a little bigger, so I just made them a little more smaller while filling it up. So always bigger the better. So start with bigger size, and then if you want further, modify it and make them small. So that is always anytime fine. So that way I want you to just fill up all the rest of them. So while filling this, I will just talk few points. Just remember those points. I'll just recap everything. Always remember, when you're a beginner, you have to do on the grid sheets, or if you're not finding a grid sheet, you can always buy a graph sheet, which is always available anywhere in any stationery, and it's pretty easily available. And even if you're buying a grid sheet also, make sure they are really nice and small grids, not too big grids, because mandala is a miniature art which we are gonna do. So very minute detailing will be possible. So for that reason, the grid should be as small as possible. So these are some of the points which I want to mention. And yeah, the next point is, when you're doing these strokes also, make sure you're using a thinner brush. Make sure you use a thinner pen. It can be a micron pen, or you can go ahead and use any 0.5 tip pens, anything, no issue. If you don't have the supply also, go ahead, take a paper and a pencil and practice. So it need not be, even for the practice, you need not worry about a proper pen and a proper material. Don't worry about all that. Even if you don't find a paper also, just a regular paper, draw the lines with the scale and pencil and do it. So somehow you just do the practice, finish the practice session, because these practice sessions always play a major role, especially when we start doing the major assignments or major projects. Now coming to the next important point is that the line, the baseline. So always start with the baseline, or you need not draw directly with the pencil or the pen. You can use with the help of the scale, you can always draw the baseline, and then only start drawing the rest of the lines. And drawing the baseline is very important, because that will guide you properly. So I would always suggest you to start with the baseline. The upper line is totally up to you. Based on the design, you can go ahead and plan the upper line. So don't worry, we will further do much more designs. In that we have more detailed ones. So these are just the basic designs which I just showed you right here for this particular session. So once you are well versed with this, only go ahead with the next session. I am just stressing on this so many times, because in mandala the major thing itself is the designs. These strokes, the basic strokes and the designs are very, very important. Be very slow while doing. Understand the width of each one, and also the height of each one, and then only proceed. So that's the main reason why we are using the grids initially. But without the grids also, I want you to understand how much height each one you're doing and how much width each one you're doing, because further we will not be using any grids. So initially understand this way. You should, with the eyes on, you should be able to measure the height and the width. So that is the goal. That's the main reason why I'm asking you to practice number of times. And on the right side, the numbers, whatever you're seeing, is the number of times I want you to practice. So that's it for now. And in the next session, we will see further strokes. We'll see a little more advanced strokes and advanced fillings. And then probably a few more sessions also, I'll make you do only the basic strokes, and then we will move on to the main projects. Thank you so much guys. If you like the video, do subscribe and like it, and also do share with all the art lovers. Thank you so much. Bye.